All right. Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because we are going to walk through something that is incredibly practical and, quite honestly, super powerful. If you're taking any of the Master What Matters courses right now, you definitely need a reliable, focused place to do the actual work and track your personal growth over time. And, well, that's exactly where your new companion app, Proof, comes in. Throughout this explainer, we're going to explore every single corner of Proof together. We'll make sure you know exactly how to use it to its absolute maximum potential. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We've got 6 main areas to cover today. We'll kick things off with getting in and setup, and then navigating your dashboard. From there, we'll hit courses, lessons, and homework, followed by keeping your daily logs. Finally, we'll wrap up the whole shebang with reminders and notifications, and then settings, data, and troubleshooting. But before we start clicking and tapping around the interface, I really want to anchor this explainer in the core philosophy behind the app. The motto here is simple: do the work, keep the proof, trust yourself with AI. You see, this isn't just about passively sitting back and watching videos. It's about active participation. Proof is custom built to hold your 3 main courses, but more importantly, it gives you a quiet, totally dedicated space to keep track of your own work and actually notice what rings true for you over time. All right, let's jump right into section 1, getting in and set up. The very first thing you'll notice, and honestly, you're probably going to celebrate this, is that there are absolutely no passwords to remember. None. Proof uses this seamless, secure magic link system. You just head over to proof.masterwhatmatters.com, type in the exact same email address you used to purchase your course, and tap Send Magic Link. You'll get a one-time link sent straight to your inbox. Just click it, and boom, you are instantly on your dashboard. Now, a quick heads up, if that email doesn't show up in a minute or two, definitely check your spam folder. And remember, as long as you use your purchase email, access is granted completely automatically to all paying members. Now, here's a brilliant bit of modern app design. Proof is what developers call a progressive web app, or a PWA. Basically, what that means for us is that while it runs in your web browser, you can essentially install it directly to your phone or computer's home screen. It's super easy. On an iPhone or iPad, just tap the Share button in Safari and hit Add to Home Screen. Over on Android, you just open your browser menu and tap Install App. And if you're on a desktop using Chrome or Edge, just look up at the address bar and click that little install icon. Doing this puts the app literally one tap away and lets it run beautifully in full screen mode. Okay, so the very first time you log in, you'll be greeted by a super quick onboarding screen, asking for your local time zone. Please, whatever you do, don't skip this step. I know it seems small, but setting your time zone right away is absolutely crucial. It's how Proof knows when exactly 9 a.m. is for you in your part of the world. Getting this right ensures your daily reminders arrive at the perfect time, which is honestly the secret to keeping your daily practice going strong. Moving right along to section 2, navigating your dashboard. Let's see how this builds your daily home base. When you land on your dashboard, it's laid out super logically, right from top to bottom, across 5 main sections. Up at the very top, you've got your courses. These are cards for Lead the Machine, Flow in the Machine, and Proof of You. Just tap one to pick up right where you left off. Right below that is the Today's section. This shows clickable chips for any reminders you have scheduled for the day. Next up is Wins to Revisit. This is really cool. It pulls 1 to 3 random past wins you've logged to give you a quick boost of encouragement. Further down, Your Progress gives you a neat numerical snapshot of your streak, words written, and lessons completed. And finally, anchoring the bottom, there's a teaser card for the live weekly Build Lab workshop. Now for the really good stuff, section 3, courses, lessons, and homework. This is where the actual learning and tracking happens. When you dive into a specific lesson, you'll see the layout is incredibly clean and focused. At the top, you've got breadcrumb navigation, so you always know exactly where you are in the course. Below that is the video player, right there built in. There's also a super handy toggle to show or hide the full text transcript of the video, which is great if you prefer reading along. But here is the absolutely crucial part, the Mark Complete button at the bottom. Your progress count only advances when you manually hit this button. Once you tap it, you'll get a satisfying checkmark and the completion date. After that, just use the previous and next links to seamlessly keep moving through the modules. So, about the homework. Each module includes specific exercises, which you can easily access straight from the lesson itself or from the dedicated homework overview page. The questions come in a few different formats: short text, longer paragraph text, or multiple choice checklists. Now, here is a massive tip, so keep an eye out for this. When you start answering, a little orange marker will pop up next to the field. That is your visual cue that you have unsaved changes. You need to manually hit the Save button for each field. But hey, if you forget, don't sweat it too much. Proof has your back. It's smart enough to warn you before you accidentally leave a page with unsaved work. Phew, right?
Now, what's really interesting here is the voice input feature. I mean, this is a real game changer. For any text question, you actually don't even have to type. You can just tap the record button, it's the little microphone icon, and just speak naturally. Your words will magically appear in the text box as you go. When you're done, tap stop, review what it caught, make any quick edits, and hit save. Because this relies on your web browser's built-in speech recognition, it happens entirely locally. That means your actual audio is never uploaded to a server anywhere. It stays completely private and secure. Oh, one quick pro tip though, to get the best experience with the voice feature, you'll definitely want to use a Chrome-based browser. Moving right along to section 4, keeping your daily logs. Honestly, this is arguably the most transformative part of the entire app. You'll be keeping 3 very distinct logs running in parallel, especially as you work through the Proof of You course. First step is the faith log. This is where you document your wins and the tangible, undeniable evidence that things are actually working for you. Next is the capability evidence log, where you record daily, concrete proof that you are, in fact, highly capable. And finally, there's the doubt log. It's so important to have this. It's a safe, private space to name and actually work through doubt as it inevitably creeps in. Creating an entry in any of these logs is super simple, but it gives you a lot of granular control. You can add a mood rating on a 1 to 5 scale, ranging from struggling all the way up to thriving. You can also add comma-separated tags like morning routine or work project, which is going to make it so much easier to search, filter, edit, or even delete past entries later on. And I have to mention one of my absolute favorite features that lives exclusively in the faith log. Up at the top, there's a panel showing a past win. You can tap a button that says, "Surprise me again," to instantly shuffle through your past victories. It's perfect for whenever you need a quick, spontaneous morale boost. That naturally leads us right into section 5, reminders and notifications. These are absolutely essential for making these logging habits stick. So if you pop into your settings, you can configure these really gentle nudges to keep your practice on track. Push notifications are incredibly handy, but, and this is a big but, remember that they are device specific. You have to enable them on your specific phone or laptop, and you actually have to explicitly grant your browser permission to send them. Once that's out of the way, you get amazing granular control. You can toggle reminders on or off for each of the 3 logs individually. You can set the exact hour and specific days of the week they fire. You can even choose your channel, push only, email only, or both. Tucked away under those same reminder settings is this incredibly powerful feature called Win Recall. Basically, by taking the box that says "Send me a past win to reread" and picking a time, Proof will actively reach out to you with a random past faith log entry. I can't stress enough what a fantastic psychological tool this is. It reminds you exactly how far you've come, which is absolutely vital on those days when you might be feeling a bit stuck or struggling. All right, bringing it home with section 6, settings, data, and troubleshooting. Let's look under the hood. In the Settings Hub, you are in total, absolute control. You can toggle between light and dark mode, whatever suits your eyes best. And when it comes to your personal data, you have 2 really great options. First, you can choose Export My Work to download beautifully formatted, highly readable PDFs of all your homework and logs. Or, if you're a bit more tech-savvy, you can choose Export My Data. This downloads a raw JSON file, which is a complete machine-readable backup of absolutely everything the App Store is about you. And yes, if you ever decide it's time, you can permanently delete your account, though as a safeguard, you will have to physically type out your email address to confirm you really truly mean it. Now, what if you're working on the go, maybe on a train or in a cafe? You don't need to stress about a spotty internet connection. Proof was specifically designed for this. If you drop offline, don't panic. You are not going to get hit with one of those scary, broken browser error pages. Instead, you'll just see a very calm "You're offline" screen. This was thoughtfully designed to reassure you that any unsaved work on that page is perfectly safe and held right in place until your connection comes back and you can tap Save. To round things out, here is a super quick troubleshooting reference straight from the source guide. If your magic link goes missing, just give it a minute, check your spam folder, and request a new one. Getting an access denied message? Just make absolutely sure you are logging in with the exact same email address you used to buy the courses. If your reminders are popping up at weird times, go double check that time zone setting we talked about earlier. If the voice record button vanishes, make sure you're using a Chrome-based browser.
And finally, if your progress count isn't going up, remember, you gotta manually tap that Mark Complete button at the bottom of the lesson. Feel free to pause this explainer right here if you need to review any of these fixes.
And well, that brings us to the end of our comprehensive walkthrough. You now know exactly how to navigate, log, save, and configure the Proof app to work perfectly for your own personal journey. The tools are all laid out right in front of you. They're beautifully designed and totally ready to use. So the only question left for you is, are you ready to build your proof? Jump in, set up your time zone, and start logging those wins today. Happy learning, everyone!